All right, good morning. My name is Troy Schultz. I'm the Deputy Chief at Lake Wales Police Department. Standing with me is Lieutenant Dale Hampton. He is our investigations commander here at the Lake Wales Police Department. This morning we're here to talk about what is our case number 24-224, where Dr. Paula Gade, he's a doctor of physical therapy, was arrested for video voyeurism and destruction or tampering evidence with the recording of a minor, somebody under 19 that was 16 years of age. This case is still active. It's ongoing. Information could change from what we're going to give you this morning, but I'm going to give you as much information as I can today and make sure it's accurate. So to kind of give you a start on this, the timeline has been created that so prior to January 24th, our victim had a couple of appointments with Dr. Gade for physical therapy. On January 24th, she had an afternoon appointment. She walked in and was directed to do something different than she had previously done. On her first visit, she was accompanied by a parent and was sent to a restroom to change, to put on a paper gown, and was provided a towel because of the sheerness, the thinness of the gown that she was given. I have to say she was undressed and then put on the gown, put a towel on, and came out. Her next visit, both her and her parents felt comfortable with the first visit, so her second visit, she returns and is directed to change into the same kind of gown. She asked for a towel in this situation and was given one. By visit number 3, she was directed to an exam area different than the bathroom. She was given by the doctor. The doctor told her to go to this exam area. So to paint a picture of, if you'll allow me to do this, just picture a room similar to what we're in. And it has an exam table. It has a curtain, much like a hospital bed curtain, that pulls around and will go around this exam area where the table is set up. The doctor directs her to that exam area to change into a gown. She does. He does the exam. That's visit number 3. So we went from a bathroom with a towel and a gown to a changing area with a gown. She asked for a towel. Exam number 3, she goes in and is directed to the exam area and is just a gown, no towel. And at visit number 4, she realizes while she's in changing in this exam area with the gown again, she recognizes a Ring camera with a blue light illuminated, saying that, indicating that it's recording. Obviously, she's shaken. She's upset by this. She's a 16-year-old girl. I think that any adult would be shaken by that. Just a complete breach of trust here from a doctor. She doesn't say anything about the camera, but she realizes that she was shocked by what she saw. And the doctor even realizes, based on her testimony, that there's a change in her behavior. She writes it off to something that's unrelated to what she just realized. The exam happens, the treatments take place, and she is still there changing. So I'm going to, in the timeline here, 1:51 in the afternoon, she walks in the office for around a 2 o'clock appointment. As she is finishing up her appointment, the Ring camera is taken offline and deleted. This business, Lieutenant Hampton and his guys in investigation, our detectives in investigation, had done homework, and they realized that there are 3 Ring cameras assigned to this business. A front office, like a reception type camera. There's a backdoor camera and a hallway camera. So that hallway camera is put in it's underneath a television, and we have pictures. I'll show you the pictures here in just a few minutes. It's put underneath the television, which catches pretty much the physical therapy area of the room where he does treatments. That camera was taken offline at around 3 p.m. So the 2 o'clock appointment, 2:57, the Ring camera is taken offline and deleted. At 3 o'clock, while our victim is still there. The doctor takes the camera into the back room, looks to make sure he's alone, and places it in a locker. The video shows him actually walking to the back, what we believe is a Ring camera in hand, and looks into the bathroom. So there's only two employees there, the receptionist who helps with prep and patients as they come and go, and the doctor. So the doctor looked in the bathroom on the video to see if anyone was back there, and he wasn't. So he sticks it in the locker. 3:17, the victim leaves the business. At 4:17, the doctor retrieves the camera from the locker, and at 4:30, he leaves for the night. Our victim, she goes home. She shares with her parents that evening what happened. Again, this is still on January 24th. On January 25th, she comes to the police department with her parents to report what happened. At that point, Lieutenant Hampton and the detectives, much of which are joining us here, they conduct interviews. They begin subpoenaing records. They conduct interviews with the victim, who paints a very, very clear picture. She knows specifically what this Ring camera was. She identified it immediately. A family member has the exact same camera. She was obviously nervous about coming forward. She was upset. She felt violated. She was afraid. It was a scary situation for her. I'll give you a little bit real quick about on January 29th. The investigation happened. It continued over the weekend. We were waiting for digital evidence. We were waiting for responses from Ring. They were working very well with us. It was problematic. It was just getting the evidence to us that we needed. On January 29th, Dr. Poligade was arrested at his place of business at 1342 State Road 60 East in Lake Wales at Ava Rehab Clinic. Again, he was charged with video voyeurism, destruction of evidence, and the question may come with the evidence, and it's the fact that we know for certain that that video was deleted right after our victim left that exam area. According to his Dr. Gade's web information, he's been practicing since 2019. He has a doctorate degree from Nova Southeastern University in 2019. He has practiced both here in Lake Wales and in Orlando. He is from Egypt, and he is an adjunct professor at Weber University. Now, that's based off of his web information. Per Sunbiz, he's been listed as president and doing business here in Lake Wales since 2021. The date that Dr. Gade was arrested on the 29th, while our detectives were taking him in custody. Now, I'm going to step to the side for just a second, let Lieutenant Hampton explain how that situation unfolded. And it was at this point that a Ring camera, the same Ring camera, in the same location that this young lady described to us, was back in that same spot again. So the day we arrested him, understand that our victim had an appointment that afternoon, and that Ring camera had been removed the date of her appointment on the 24th, put in a locker, taken away from the business by Dr. Gade. And when our guys went in to make the arrest on the 29th, that Ring camera was back in the same location again, just prior to our victim's appointment. And I'll let Lieutenant Hampton step in and explain.
So this picture here represents what that exam room looks like. Directly under this TV, right in the center, would be where that camera was mounted for at least 5 months with the information that we got. On the date of the offense, the camera was moved and it was placed right here next to the, what's the name of the machine?
Like an ultrasound.
Ultrasound machine. So in this picture, the curtain that we're describing would come to about, there's a line here, but just a foot away from the TV, which gives a concealment of the patient area to where the victim undressed at. And so the camera was removed from the TV and put purposely right there inside that privacy changing room. This is another picture just zoomed in with the Ring camera. When detectives walked in, Dr. Gade was at the rear of the building back there in this area practicing, and when the detectives placed him under arrest, they noticed that camera back in place.
Is that pretty clear? Any questions on that part as far as the arrest and where how the camera was placed? That's clear. Good. So, where's the investigation going from here, right? Well, we have active search warrants out at this point with Ring, trying to recover any digital evidence that is possibly still there. We are hopeful that anyone who sees this, who may have noticed this camera, come forward, call, let us know. Here at the Lake Wales Police Department, we would encourage you to do so. I want to focus for just a minute on the victim in this case, and to any other victims who may be out there. It took an act of courage for a 16-year-old to step up and say something. It's special that she has a family, that parents that she could go to and share that this happened to her. It's special to be a police department that those parents trust to come in and get justice, try to help with the healing process of what this young lady is going through. If there's any victims that are out there that see this in a situation like this, or others, allow this young lady's courage to be something that leads you to do the same thing. I'll take any questions that you have. If I can answer them, I will. If either of us can answer them, we will.
So this is the clinic's Ring camera system?
It is.
And you said something about it went offline. So are we to believe that he was watching it live? Or he was recording video but then?
There was deleted, yes, we're believing that it was recorded and it was deleted. We know that for sure. That it was removed and deleted data.
But he was watching it live maybe because he deleted it so soon after? Or?
He very possibly could have. And this is belief. The belief at this point is the way she described when she saw the camera, the way that she looked at it, that anybody who would have looked at that video would have seen that she saw the camera. So that's why we believe at that point, while she was still there, that video was, the camera was removed and that portion of video deleted.
Did he make any statements to you when you arrested him?
No. All he asked for was his phone, and then he didn't want to speak with the police any after that.
Her parents or parents were present at one appointment only?
Correct.
And
Yes.
there were 4 appointments total?
Correct.
You looked up his business history? I don't know if it was on there, but how long did he work at this place? Did he work somewhere else before?
Yeah, well, he went into, and this is according to his web information, 2019, but 2021 is when he signed on as president of this office here in Lake Wales, January 4th of 2021.
Before that was Orlando, so we may have.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. We're hopeful to find out, but yeah, he does. According to his web information, he practices in Orlando as well. Obviously, we wouldn't have jurisdiction over that, but I still encourage if somebody has been to an office in Orlando or anywhere that Dr. Gade has practiced, if you noticed a camera or something suspicious to you, that you would report that to your local law enforcement.
Are you able to speak to what her injuries were, where she would have to be fully undressed?
No, we don't. We're too. She was just being seen for physical therapy. I don't want to, and I understand your question. When we asked the same thing, I'll go on record as saying that we were suspicious of the same thing. Why would she have to be fully undressed? But the specifics of the injury we would like to withhold for right now.
Is the clinic cooperating?
Well, he was taken into custody, and the receptionist who assists in situations like when our victim, her first appointment, was assisted by a female receptionist. Yes, the receptionist, the other employee, the only other employee there, has been cooperative.
Was that employee aware of this was going on?
No, she was shocked, very surprised.
And how long has that business been open? Do we know?
I don't know prior to Dr. Gade. He took over this practice. It was early 2000s, I think, that when that practice originally opened, but it was under somebody else, a different person or a different group.
Do you have a criminal history?
Any criminal history? No, no criminal history.
You spoke to it a little bit, but this is a doctor that you trust, and
Yeah.
parents trust with their kid.
Yep.
What do you think about that?
It's scary. I mean, it's to start with. I know it's disgusting that somebody would go to this level to breach that trust that where you're supposed to go to get help, you're victimized. How do you put that in words? We hope that through this investigation, we've been working side by side with the state attorney's office since the beginning of this, that Dr. Gade has seen his last patient. That's our hope.
Have you guys had any indication that there are more victims?
At this point, no.
So he did not give any reason or explanation as far as why the camera could be there, possibly? No.
Okay, if there's no other questions, we thank you for your time. Thank you for always for partnering with us and getting this information out to the community. Thank you.